connecting and recording already. Can we do this? Might be too low. Nope, I'm sideways.
You're sideways?
Am I sideways?
No, I think everybody else is going to be sideways.
Hey guys, are we sideways? Yes. All right, let's do this. Is that better? All right.
You don't want to look at us like this?
I guess my phone can't do that. It was not cooperating. There. How's that?
Oh, sure. I get to sit in my crack. I can't even see.
Hold on. Oh, we're muted.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. Hold on.
Should I bring my iPhone?
I can hear you guys.
You can hear us?
Yeah.
You.
We're not sideways anymore.
Decided to try something
It
different.
might be good to hang out down here. All right, I'm just gonna
Actually,
yeah. I gotta mute you because the husband's gonna shower while I watch the Mongols.
hi, Greg. Bye, Greg.
Joe, who the hell's Greg?
What? Who is that?
It's Paulina.
Oh, behind, I can't see.
I'm like, who's Greg?
And I'm sure he's like, who's Greg?
Oops. Dustin! Hold on, I got you. I can't unmute you from here.
What's up, buddy?
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm just trying to make sure we're like straight and like my video is all jacked.
I know. I was watching you in 2 different clips there for a minute.
Oh, we had picture in picture. I forgot about that. All right, guys, we're going to give it just a couple more minutes for people to jump on. We should have a full house tonight. I'm super excited to see some new faces. I see Jen. I see Misty. I haven't seen Misty in so long. I see Leanne on. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Great to see you guys. There she is.
T-ball practice got canceled. It got rained out, so I got to jump on. I'm excited.
I'm sorry, but it's good to see you, wifey. Wifey too.
Might be too.
Hubby too.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to have to get real close to you, babe. Sorry.
Well, you showered, so it's all right.
Yes, I'm all showered. I'm clean.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, we have a very special guest joining us tonight, my friend Dustin, our friend Dustin. And he's going to give you guys some words of wisdom and some hype talk, and he's going to do his thing. And I'm really excited because it's a new month, you guys. New month. There's hashtag no excuses, right? That's our new motto this month. That's it. Turn stuff up. I forgot there's lots of kids on, so I gotta. All right, Dustin, I'm just gonna let you go with it. If you guys that are not speaking, if you could just mute out, that would be awesome. And I'm gonna let Dustin roll because he's got stuff to say.
Awesome. What's up, buddy? How are you guys doing? Good?
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me on. I always tell everyone I love jumping on with other teams because, you know, when you train with your team so much and you're like, you guys are all on my nerves, I just want to go see some new, fresh faces and get out of the box a little bit. So thanks for having me on. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Dustin Bland, leader within Le-Vel. I like to start by just giving a little background about me because a lot of times people don't know my story. 31 years old, born and raised in Indiana. I live about 20 minutes outside of downtown. Was introduced to the industry of network marketing back in 2015. I wasn't looking for it. It just kind of found me. Got on some products, loved the products, somehow got convinced to join the business. Tasted a little bit of success within that company, but then it was just no longer a fit for me. Walked away, went back to corporate America, dabbled here and there in a couple other MLMs, but nothing that just kind of like that struck me good. And then I wanted to lose some more weight. So I was like, I've got to find a product. And I ran into the Casey's on Facebook. And long story short, was their customer for a couple months, but told them from the get-go, like, don't try and pitch your business on me. I'm not going to do it, right? So got their products, loved them. Finally called them one day, and I'm like, look, there's a 99% chance I'm not going to join your business, but go ahead and give me your spiel. And long story short, like 10 minutes in, I joined, and you know, over the past 16 months, we've built a massive team. I think we're going on 16,000 people, like 50,000 customers. So we ended last month. Last month was our lowest month in a while. I think everyone was down a little bit last month. The highest we ever got was 1.7 million. We ended right at 1.1. So, you know, it was a slower month, but it was still a great month. Very thankful and very blessed. But I told Scott that I would jump on with you guys and kind of give some of the stuff that we see happening in our organization, and hopefully it will benefit some of you guys in yours. But you know, there are a couple of things that I've been training exclusively on my team on lately, and that's getting back to the basics, and then also and how bad people need you. And you know, for me, when I joined Le-Vel, like, I needed this to work. I had a job in corporate America and human resources, but I didn't make enough money to do anything but just live. Right. And it was to the point where I racked up my credit card so high I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, I'm going to be like 29 moving in with my parents if I don't make this work. So I needed it like I needed oxygen. And if I could sit down and write you a book for how I went to 200K, I would. But I can't, because I don't know how I got there. I just know we worked hard and we cared about a lot of people. And the things that we said we were going to do, we did. And I spent a lot of time in this chair. But it was a wild, crazy ride, but it was awesome. So one of the things I like to talk with people about this past month, when people are going through those seasons in this industry that we go through, people still need you. I know last year at this time I was pushing for 200K. I went 200K in November, but I was so used to this month and this season being such a slow season, I kind of got it stuck in my head, and it stalled me for October. I could have went 200K in October, but I got so much in my mind that there wasn't going to be growth because this was a bad month for the industry, that I believed it, right? And then the next month was supposed to be, you know, just as bad, equally as bad, but I had to get myself out of that mindset. So one of the ways that I like to think back to, like, how did I pull myself out of that? How did me and my girls decide, like, we couldn't do this anymore? Is people need us, right? And you know, I think that so many people in this world, I truly believe are just zombies, and they're going through the day after day, doing the same exact thing, and they're just living this default lifestyle, right? Because they've never had someone come into their life and ask them, like, what lights you up, right? Like, what fires your soul up in the morning, right? Because that answer would never be going to corporate America 9 to 5, right? It might be that family vacation, it might be have all the bills paid on time, but they've never had someone come to them and say, you know, what really lights you up? And they go through this routine, right? Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, couple vacations per year, right? Now it's Wednesday, now it's Friday, weekend, yay, right? Sunday, Sunday, and they go through this routine over and over and over. And it's frustrating to see, because I want to be like, hello, don't you see that we've been there and we have an opportunity for you? But a lot of times people don't see it, right? And I'm here to tell you guys, if you're in that transition, if you're in that point in your life where you are very routine and you know there's more, right? Life doesn't have to be like that. It truly doesn't. It doesn't. And you know, no one's going to come and save you. No one's going to come knock on your door and make you 200K. Right? Your friends aren't going to do it. Your family isn't going to do it. You know, the government's not going to do it. It's up to you. And you know, you get in front of all of these leaders and you hear them say, you got to do this and you got to do that, right? But nothing I ever say to you guys will be your big breakthrough, right? No action step that I can give you will ever be your big breakthrough. That's unrealistic, right? Your breakthrough will come from your hard work, from you putting in action. From you taking action, you'll learn the best lessons that you ever learn in this industry. And we hear in network marketing books all the time that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over but expecting different results. I truly believe in this industry that doesn't exist, because if you do the same thing over and over in this industry, you won't get the same results, right? You have to be changing. It is an ever-changing industry. And what worked yesterday doesn't work today. And what works today won't work next week. And you got to evolve, right? And you got to learn to adapt. And so many people are living this life where they don't even know this world exists, right? They've heard someone say like, oh, network marketing, or oh, she sells things online, or oh, she does this and she does that. But they don't understand what it means because they've never had you come into their life and be like, what lights you up? Let's talk about what really sets your soul on fire. And let me show you how I have a vehicle that can help you do that. That's proven, right? We're a $1 billion business in 5 years. It's proven. And I told this story on my social media a while ago, but I love telling it because I feel like it has such an impact on people. I was talking to my mom a couple months ago, and my mom's like my best friend. She's so smart, not book smart at all, but like life smart. And she said to me, we were talking about life and how much things have changed in the past 15, 16 months, not just for me, but even for my parents and my brothers and my friends, right? And she said to me, Dustin, what you guys have here at Thrive and the way that you take people and you show them a better way and you mentor them through, 30 years ago when you and your brothers were growing up, I would have done anything for that possibility, for someone to teach me this, for someone to show me. I would have given anything to not drop you guys off at daycare every single day, right? I would have given anything just for the possibility. And it hit me because I'm like, dang, people really, truly do need me, right? People need me to ask them, like, what fires you up? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And all those things that seem so tacky and so not important are, right? And we're in this big bubble of network marketing where everything feels good, right? When we're on a Zoom together, we're all supporting one another. We're friends. We want to help each other grow. We want to help each other evolve. But you guys, the reality is a lot of times home life isn't like that. Right? Home doesn't treat you so good all the time, right? The husband, the wife, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, your friends, they might not support you, right? They already think that what you're doing is a joke. And they need you to come into their life and show them that like there is a way, but then actually help them make that happen, right? And all of you guys know that time's gonna pass, right? That's inevitable. And knowing that you don't have to stay in this track of default lifestyle is just, it's so important in this industry, right? And you have to work smart. It's not always about working so hard. I always tell people when I'm talking about this company and this industry, like it's simple, but don't get that confused with easy, right? We have a very simple process and a roadmap that you can follow, but don't mistake it for easy. It's work. It's hard work. If you want to go to the top of the company and you want to be an 80K, a 200K, it's not rainbows and glitter. It's hard work. It's a business. You can't just make $10,000 a week and it be butterflies and rainbows. It just doesn't work that way, right? And you're going to have days in your business where you hate everyone. And you're going to have days in your business where people make you mad. You've got to bite your tongue more than you normally would, right? Those come with this industry. Right? And as you grow and as you mature in the industry, you'll realize that you're no one's boss. No one owes you respect, right? No one has to do what you're telling them to do. But as long as you can stay consistent and you can keep showing people that there's a better way, the people who become leaders in this industry know that it's a numbers game. And the more people that they get in front of, the better chance they have of making it. The more lives that they can change, the bigger their check becomes, right? And the best advice that I've ever been given in this industry is someone told me, they said, when you have an objection, no matter what that objection is, someone quits your team, someone tells you your products are too much money, someone tells you that your business sucks, every objection you get, go do another presentation. Someone quits, who cares? Go to another presentation. Don't focus on the people that leave. Focus on the people that stay. Someone tells you your products are shitty. Cool. There's 7 billion people in the world. Go do another presentation, right? Every single time something happens, every time an objection comes your way, do another presentation. And you'll learn that as you grow in the industry, You're gonna go through massive amounts of people. And the people that got you to 4K will not be the people that get you to 12K. The people that got you to 12K won't be the people that get you to 40K. And people will come and people will go. And you bring them in with grace and you let them leave with that same grace. Because there's someone out there that's living a default lifestyle that needs you. Right? And what I always tell people when Chris and Ashley found me, they were struggling 80Ks. They had been in the business 3 years, right? And, they brought me in and their life changed overnight. And it's not just because me, right? Because then I brought in someone who brought in someone who brought in someone who brought in someone, right? But the bottom line is in 16 months, right, we built a $1.7 million per month team, right? You never know who that next person's going to be. Chris and Ashley had no idea it was going to be me. I certainly had no idea it was going to be me, right? But I sat in the seat and I told people that there was a better way. And now I'm to the point in my life where I'll pin a Thrive shape to my shirt and run around town if I have to, because I know what this company can do, right? And I know what this industry can do. But you guys, what you're going to find happen in your business is you're going to find yourself stretched too thin, right? And I want to prepare you guys for this as I go into the basics training, but you're going to find yourself stretched too thin, like one of those times where you accidentally say yes to something else, right? You didn't mean to, but you're this robot of yes, right? Yes, I'll talk to you on the phone for 2 hours. Yes, I'll go to lunch with you. Yes, I'll skip, this to do this. I'll do whatever. Yes, 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 right? And before you know it, like every day someone's hijacking your calendar, right? And those seemingly small, oh, I wasted an hour, oh, I wasted 2 hours, oh, I wasted 10 hours as a soccer coach, turn into habits, right? And before you know it, 5 years is gone, 10 years is gone. And that sounds dramatic, you guys, but 5 years ago wasn't very long ago, right? It wasn't. It just wasn't. And time's going to keep going by. And in this business, you're going to have to learn to tell people no. And one thing that I want you guys to understand is in this business, when you tell people no, you don't feel guilty about it, right? Because you have a business to run. And running your business means always putting you and yours first, right? You always have to put yourself first in your business. And if you do things right, and you do things the correct way, and you do things with integrity, putting yourself first is what you want every single person in your downline to do. And if you do it right and they follow your lead, you guys, you'll go 200K. Right? Because what you want is duplication in your organization. And I'm here to tell you, every single time you do something in this industry, someone's copying you. Someone's doing exactly what you're doing. So someone in their business, if they're at a standstill and they can't seem to sign anyone up, they might go back to the very first conversation you and them had and use the verbiage you used. Right? It's a business. We're always looking for another way. Right? But if you do things right from the get-go, that's what you want. You want people to mock your efforts. You want to be able to walk away for 6 weeks and your business grow. Right? But you got to learn how to do that. And you learn to do that through duplication. You have to be able to multiply you. Right? Because if you can't multiply you, you're going to come in, you might make some quick money, but you'll fizzle out. And I say that with a good heart. Right? You'll come in, you'll sign someone who you think is a rock star, they'll hit their VIPs, they'll be excited for a week, they might hit their 4K bonus, right? But if there's no duplication, now they've got, just with the 4K team, they've got so much chaos and so much work and so much unorganization, they'll fizzle out. You have to take everything in this industry very simple. And I teach my team, if a third grader can't understand it, it's too hard. Because people come from all walks of life. If a third grader can't understand it and a third grader can't teach it, it's too hard. Young, old, male, female, whatever. People come from everywhere in this industry, right? When things get hard, they get still. When they get still, they don't make progress. When they don't make progress, they quit, right? You've got to learn how to make things stupid simple. And when you make things stupid simple and you take all that other noise and just block it out, you guys, because it's just noise, right? You're going to find duplication in your organization. And when you find that duplication and you start to get momentum, you're going to feel this crazy wild rush that reminds you why you joined, right? Why you're here, to serve people. Because the way momentum works in this industry is like, imagine your car runs out of gas on the side of the road, but you can see the next exit, right? It's literally right in your view up there. You throw that car in neutral, you push, you're falling down, you're breaking, hurting your knees, scraping them all up, they're bleeding, right? And it takes hard work to get that car moving, right? But once that car's moving and it has its momentum, you can keep it going with one finger, right? Momentum is hard work to get going in your organization. Keep things stupid simple. When you get that momentum, you get to guide that car with your finger, right? And now you really do have this freedom that we're after, this time freedom and this financial freedom. Because if you have momentum, you've created duplication. If you've created duplication, you can go 200K, right? It's how I did it in 6 months. I taught it to 3 personally enrolled when I first joined this company. All 3 of those girls went 200K in 5 months, just to show me that they could do it quicker than me, right? Because it took me a minute to realize how stupid simple this company is. And as a promoter in this company, the only thing that you need to focus on, and write this down, and I want you to teach it to your teams and preach it until you're blue in the face. The only thing that you need to know to be successful in this company and to teach your downline is VIP 800. VIP 800. I truly wish the company would do away with VIP 1600 and they just called it your VIPs and you could hit it twice, right? Because VIP 1600 is just VIP 800 twice. When someone signs up and when someone joins your team, you need to make sure they know and they understand VIP 800. And if you can duplicate VIP 800 in your downline, and you can truly make people understand it and make people hit it and make people teach it to their downline, you'll go 200K, right? And I'm not here to tell you guys, because I know that you guys have been on Zooms with leaders before, and they get on and they're like, go back to the basics. And you're sitting there thinking like, oh, it's easy for him to say, go back to the basics, work harder. He's up there making all that money, right? Easy for him to jump on here and tell us that, right? What I'm here to tell you is this is a slow season in this industry. This industry kills a lot of people this month, right? Last month. It really, truly does. But the go-getters know that when things go slow, it's time for them to recoup. It's time for them to have to gather and marshal their resources, and we go, right? And I'm teaching my team to get back to the very basic things that we started doing at the very beginning. And that's making sure we did what we said before people got in the system. We helped them make money. When you bring someone in this business, you're telling them, I can help you make money. But are you? Are you truly helping them make money? And do you care? Are you serving them, or are you just signing them up and dropping them in a team page? Are you just signing them up and telling them, go to this opportunity live event on Facebook, send all of your prospects to it? Because if that's what you're doing with your newbies, you're setting them up to fail. And when you sign someone up in this company, and especially this company, you have to do those things that you promised prior to them jumping in. And that's to help them make money, right? VIP 800 is literally all that you need to know. But it is your job when you sign someone up to understand that the spotlight's not just as much on them. It's just as much on you as well. It's on you guys equally. It's on your job to now be that business partner that you promised them that you would be before they jumped in, right? And you might be like, well, if they catch the vision, and if they're a hard worker, and if they really want this, then they'll do the things that I said that they should do, right? But that won't ever work in this industry. You got to take people by the hand. You got to show them how to hit their VIP. But more importantly, instead of just showing them, you got to do it with them, right? Because during someone's VIP period, if they come in and they don't hit their bonuses, right? How do you really, truly expect them? And some people do, and those people are go-getters, and I give those people credits, but how do you expect someone to come in, miss their VIPs, and then go out and tell the world, hey, I can help you earn $600 or $1,300 in your first 2 weeks if they didn't? They don't believe it, right? Because they didn't do it themselves. How do they believe they can go teach it to other people? And when you don't believe it, people can sense it. And when you're not confident in this business and in this industry, and people can sense that scaredness and, oh, well, I didn't hit, but they can feel it, and it pushes them away. It scares them off more than they want to be scared off, right? They go. And it's easy to sign someone up and throw them in a team page. And it's easy to sign someone up and tell them to do this and tell them to do that. But a lot of times you guys in this industry, one of two things happen. One, they've never been in this industry before, so it's foreign language. All the stuff that you're throwing at them is confusing. You're in a team page and I don't even know what that is, right? And you keep saying MLM, but I thought this was network marketing, right? And what's bonus volume versus QV? Like all of this stuff that's second language to us is sending them into a whirlwind, right? And it scares them, right? And when they get scared, they get still. When they get still, they don't produce. And when they don't produce, they quit, right? And it's easy to say, like, if they get it, they get it, but they don't. So either they're so confused or they've been in this industry before and they've been burned, right? Maybe they come from another company. Maybe they were in network marketing 10 years ago and their leader didn't treat them right. Or you know, they went into a company with all these false promises and then those people didn't deliver, right? You got to step up and show them that this is real and that this can happen, right? When people join, they want to do one thing. They want to make their investment back, right? They want to prove to their spouse. They want to prove to their self. They want to prove to their bank account that this isn't a scam, right? And you told them all along, like, you join my team. I can help you make $600. I can help you make $1,300. But are you, right? You got to simplify things. And I think that it's so easy to sign someone up and you're so excited too that you tend to word vomit and you're like, okay, here's what VIP 800 means, and here's what VIP 1600 means, and here's what 4K means, plus the iPad bonus, and 12K and the auto bonus, and you're talking about all this stuff, and they're so lost, right? And really all you need to be talking about is VIP 800. Let's talk about the roadblock in front of you. We'll talk about 200K when you're at that road and we need to cross it, right? And there are massive teams in this company, you know, that have 40,000 people on them who might only have 500 people who have ever earned their car. You don't need to talk about the auto bonus until it's in front of you, right? You can, but that's taken away because when someone signs up, their hourglass turns over and they've got those 14 calendar days. Every minute that you waste with them, confusing them, complicating things, takes the chances away from them hitting their VIPs, right? Let's go VIP 800. Cool. There's now $600 in your bank account. You have 7 days left. Let's do it again. Right? You can do it again. I have another check with $600 on it. Let's do it again. Bring me 2 more and 2 more. Right? But you got to learn how to do that. And what I tell my team is the person who trusted you to join this business, they trusted you. Right? They didn't trust me. They didn't trust Kim and Scott. They didn't trust their uplines or their uplines or their uplines. They trusted you. Right? And when I sign someone up, I personally tell them, I need you to contact the first 10 people that you would contact if you were pregnant or if you were getting married. These are your people. Right? They make that top 10 list of the people you would call when you're having a kid. Right? These people are going to support you one way or another. Supporting you might mean they join your team or they buy your products. Supporting you might mean they buy a sample off of you or give you people who would buy samples, right? Or supporting you might mean they're going to post about it on their Facebook or they're going to let you talk to a couple people they know who would buy weight loss products. Support can mean a lot of different things, right? But those people that they go and they talk to in their first 2 weeks, it's not their job as the newbie to explain the products and explain the business. Why? Because they sound dumb. And I say that with a good heart, right? They sound dumb and they start calling people in their network and they're like, we've got these milkshakes and we're going to be millionaires. You just got to post on your Facebook. And people are like, what? Right? They literally don't know what to say and they shouldn't know what to say. They're new, right? This is a new world to them. And even if they've been in the industry, these products and this, so you need to be the one presenting it. And what I always tell my team is this is the best analogy that I can give for this. And I remember when it was said to me, it resonated with me so much because it's so true. You go to the movie theater and you're watching the previews and that production company spent millions of dollars on that 30-second preview, right? Because they've got to do a couple things. They've got to get you excited and they've got to call you to action. They have to bring you back to the theater to watch their movie, right? And you watch that preview and you're hyped up and you leave the theater and you call your best friend and you're like, listen here, Joey, we've got to go see the new Star Wars movie because this. And now Joey gets your second-handed version of the preview, right? He gets what you interpreted from it. He gets what you think of it. He gets your spin opinion of it, right? He doesn't get that same $1 million presentation that you got from a seasoned veteran in this company. In someone's first 2 weeks, it is their job to get as many people as they can in front of the same person that they were in front of that made them believe this company was for them. And that person's you, right? And when people are in their VIP periods, you're going to have people who are lazy. You're going to have people who don't listen to you. You're going to have people who are annoying, right? You've told them the same thing 1 million times and they still ask you the same question, right? That's okay. Serve them through their VIPs, right? Serve them through their VIPs because that person who's annoying, who gets on your nerves, might bring you 4 people. And out of those 4 people, maybe one of them is a self-starter. Maybe one of them is a Scott or Kim who is going to come in and blow this business up. Tap through their people. Don't be silly, right? People are going to get on your nerves. That's okay. But you have to serve them through that VIP period, right? And I always tell my team, nothing beats well said like well done. Well said means cool. You got them in the computer. You made $20. Whoop de crap, right? Well done means you served them. You did the things you promised before they signed the dotted line. You put money in their account like you told them you could, right? And I'm here to tell you guys, when you do get one of those people who are lazy or who won't listen to you or all of the things, it's going to happen, so be prepared for it, right? But when it happens, you need to remember why they joined and remember that they need you, right? Try and switch your mind from getting frustrated and getting mad to they need me. They don't know what they don't know, right? And they don't believe that you can really put that money in their bank account because you haven't yet, right? So they need you to push them. And when someone's in their VIP period, I'm on their phone constant. Why? Because if someone doesn't hit their VIPs, I feel like crap. Because if they don't hit their VIP and I personally enrolled them, I feel like I didn't hit my goals, right? And I don't want to feel that way. So I'll stay on them. Hey girl, you told me that you needed this, for your mortgage. And in 10 days, your VIPs end, right? Let's go. Let's get to work, right? If you don't know why people joined your business, your system's already out of whack, right? Because that means you're just signing people up for the dollars. You're not signing people up because you know why they're here, because you truly care. And if you can sign people up and not care if they hit their VIPs, I'm telling you, this industry isn't for you, right? Because you have to serve and you have to care. And if you don't serve and if you don't care, you'll come in, you'll make money, but I promise you'll fizzle out because you'll create no duplication. You'll create no multiplication in your downline, right? And people come in, make a little money, and they'll fizzle out. And you'll end up getting frustrated with that, right? And you'll eventually kick the bucket, right? If you do things right from the very beginning, that's what the people that you sign up will do, right? And if you did it right, that's what you want. Because if you sign someone up and you just throw them in a team page or you say, do this, but then you don't care, word of mouth is going to travel so fast, right? That person's going to quit. They're going to tell 10 people this thing is a joke, right? And when someone does come in and they're a self-starter and they come in and they do hit their VIPs on their, feels good, right? Because you're like, cool, there's another me. Like there's someone who is a self-starter who does really need this. Those people feel awesome, right? Like high five, you're the man, let me send you a Starbucks gift card, right? But let me tell you what feels better. What feels better is when you sign someone up and they come in and they hit their VIPs because you served them. And when you get that phone call that like they can actually pay their bills this month because you did the things that you said that you were going to do, that's when things start to feel good. And when you stop focusing on making $1 million and you start focusing on helping 1 million people, you're going to see a lot of shit change in your business, right? And when that does change, it's going to feel good. And you're going to remember why you joined this industry, right? And then you're going to translate that down into your downline. And you're going to see things happen for you that are crazy, right? And for all of you guys who are still new, or maybe you've been in for a while, I just want you guys to remember that anything can happen. right? 16 months ago, I was brand new, right? 15 months ago, I was a struggling 40K. Something a lot of people don't know about me. I signed up, I went 40K my first month. Month 2, I couldn't maintain. I lost my rank, right? I was embarrassed. I thought this industry sucked again, right? But I decided in that moment to go. If I didn't go this time, like I wasn't ever going to do it again, and I needed this, right? And then things just kept going. I kept pushing. I kept doing the things that I said that I was going to do. I kept serving people. I kept helping people make money like I told them that I could. And boom, in 6 months, you guys, it was like I opened my eyes, and I know I'm being very dramatic, but I am dramatic. It was like in 6 months, I opened my eyes and I was 200K. And people were like, people were going, you know, how did this happen? I don't know. We just were. I just knew we worked hard, right? I just knew a bunch of people pissed me off. I just knew that I was tired of people on my team. I knew that there were a lot of things. And I'm here to tell you guys, if you don't have those feelings of people frustrating you, people making you mad, you know, wishing that you could just have 5 days away from, then you're not working hard enough, right? Because I'm here to tell you, in this industry, those are going to happen, but they're so worth it. They're so minuscule as to what this company can do, right? So minuscule as to what the company can do, because the company can literally make you $1 million, right? It can make you $1 million. And that sounds crazy, and that sounds super lofty and like, yeah, right? But it can, right? And I think that just tapping back into the default lifestyle thing and tying it into the VIP 800 is, I just think that a lot of people get so consumed in their mind that they're not good enough, right? Or I'll never be as good as Scott, or I'll never be as good as Kim, or I'll never be able to do the things Leanne's doing, or so and so and so, right? I'm just not that pretty, or I don't even know why people follow me, or I can't even get to my first rank, right? And you're so hard on yourself, you forget why you're here. And when you forget why you're here, and that's to serve other people, and it's and you know, you take it off of you. I tell my team, the day you sign up, it's all about you. Every day thereafter, it is about everyone else, right? Find one person, do the things you said that you were going to do, change their life, do it again, right? Repeat. And I think we get so caught up in our heads that we're not good enough, or we're not worthy, or we'll never get to where they're getting because of this or that. But I'm here to tell you, if this weirdo right here, if you guys really truly knew how big of a hot mess I am, you would be like, how? Really, seriously, how? And I would be like, I don't know. I do not know. I sat right here in this, I worked, right? And I did a lot of stupid things, and I learned as I went, and my girls learned as I went. It changed very quickly for me when Emma, Courtney, and Stephanie, all 3 personally enrolled by me, all needed me. And I signed them all up within 5 days of each other, you guys. They all independently, in their own legs, went 200K in 5 months. Because they needed me just as bad as I needed them. And I served them, and they served me, and we served more people. We helped people make money. We don't forget, guys, this is a business. We're in business to make money, and you don't have to have any shame saying that. I don't care what corporate says. I don't care what your leader says. I don't care what your upline says, your downline says. This is business. And it's okay to be in business to make money, right? This is your business. Sure, like people feeling great on the products is a cherry on top, right? Of course, I want my friends and family and acquaintances on social media to feel great from the products I sold them, of course, right? But it's still a business, right? Network marketing is still sales. It's glorified sales, but if you don't make the sale, you don't make the dollar, right? And we're not here for fun. We're here to make an impact. We're here to help people feel better. We're here to make over people's bank accounts and their bodies, right? And you have the tools and you have the resources to do that. Scott, I'm going to shut up. Ask me questions. Tell me to shut up. Do something. Because I need to get a drink.
I'm just paying attention, bro. I love when you go. I love when you just go on a tangent and it flows, and I appreciate it. And I know I'm watching everyone's face over on my computer, and everyone's like this in their camera, because you're a breath of fresh air. You're not saying a whole lot different than things I did, but you're saying it a new way, and they're hearing it from someone else that is more successful than me, that just, it clicked. And for those of you that haven't clicked yet, it's going to be there. You just, like he said, you just need to ride it out. because it's going to happen. It took forever for it to click for me, which is why I haven't gotten where I want to go. But I have people like Dustin, like Leanne, like Dana, like Kristen Gonzalez. I saw you on here somewhere. But I have people like that in my life that it's clicked for, and I'm watching them, and I need to duplicate them. And I try and share it to my people because I feel like, just like you said, there's ups and downs. And a lot of days I just want to say, F this, I'm out of here. But I'm not. I'm not going to do that because this product has changed my life. I mean, you've seen it. Everyone's seen it. Like, I'm a completely different person, and I never want to go back to the other me. And it's because of this. And I want all of my friends to feel like I feel right now. Like, I said this on Facebook the other day. This is the best version of me that's ever existed. I want everyone to wake up in the morning and go, damn it, I'm the best I've ever been. Because of somebody, one of you has helped that friend feel like that. It's an amazing feeling. You all know it. You just have to feel it and believe it and run with it. And like Dustin said, you never know who that person is going to be. The Caseys were rolling just like me for 3 years at 80K, not knowing how the hell you're getting to 200. And then all of a sudden, Dustin says, I don't want your stuff. And instantly he's the bomb. That's how it happens. You guys, you can roll for 3 years and be frustrated with your business and hate everything and feel like quitting and sign on your freaking rock star that knows 100 people that's going to catapult you up.
All right. And Dustin, how many times did you say no to the business opportunity when they asked you?
I'm sorry, one more time? You
How
broke
many
up.
times did you say no to the business opportunity when they asked you about it?
I'm very direct, Kim, and sometimes just flat out rude. So I told them, like, don't ask me. And they did, but I was bringing them referrals as customers. I think I had brought them 12 customer referrals. But they never asked really. It was kind of one of those things where if I wouldn't have put that out there, it probably would have been a few times because we were in constant contact.
Okay, and the reason why I asked you that question is we were at a local the other night, and this one girl legitimately was asked over 20 times. 20 times it took her. So don't give up on people because maybe it's not their time tomorrow, but maybe it will be 6 months from now.
I love that, Kim, too, because, I think that everyone, it's easy to watch other leaders and be like, well, it must be easy for him, right? And you get this misconception that because you're a higher rank or because you're further along than someone else, like people get this misconception that people are just lined up at our door to enroll. And it's not the case, right? And people aren't knocking just to enroll with me. I've got to go out and talk to people nonstop if I want to enroll, right? Sure, I had a little bit of influence when I came to the company. That's gone. When I enroll people, I enroll people because I'm doing the things that I'm showing you to do. I'm just doing it quicker than you, right? Because I don't care if someone tells me no one can hurt my feelings anymore, right? I don't sit and go back and forth through Facebook Messenger for 2 weeks with someone. I say, I need 20 minutes here, 3 times I'm available, pick one. And we get on a Zoom like this, right? Because I'm not going to be in 900 group messages with people diddling around, right? Because my time's just as important as theirs. So we're getting on a Zoom like this. I'm making people laugh. I'm making people be my friend. I'm not taking myself too seriously. And the business and the products come with that. People want community. People want to have fun. People want to make more money, right? The business and the products come with that. You have that package deal, right? Make them laugh. Tell a joke. Make sure they know that you care about them, right? Show them all the fun that you're having. They're going to sign up with you, right? But it's much easier to do it in this capacity versus a Facebook message, right? Because what takes me 20 minutes on Zoom face-to-face like this with someone and they see I'm not just this fancy edited picture, right? Once they can see that I'm a real person and I've got zits too, right? I'm like, it's just part of my marketing, right? I mean, how many times does the Big Mac ever look like that when you get it, right? I got to grab people's attention, but I got them on a Zoom. Now I made them my friend, right? Now they're in my business. It's marketing, right? So what might take 2 weeks in Messenger takes me 20 minutes on a Zoom. because you got to wait for them to get back to you. And then when they get back to you, it's not a good time for you. So you message them an hour later. Next thing you know, it's 4 days down the road and you're just now telling them that you're in Thrive. Right? And you've wasted all this time where you could just be like, look, be blunt with people. If you've been talking to someone and you've built a relationship with people, you don't have to date 500 people on your Facebook. Right? You're pretty and I like your car and that steak looks good. Where'd you get it? Like, you don't have to do that all the time. Sure, building relationships with people is great, right? But I'm not going to go through my Facebook and tell 500 girls that they're pretty once a day because I hope that they join my team at some point. If I build a relationship with them and we talk back and forth here and there, like, girl, I have an opportunity for you, right? I'm confident in this opportunity, right? I'm confident in this opportunity. So I'm like, I've got a business opportunity for you and I would love 20 minutes of your time. If it's not for you, it's not for you, right? And if she tells me no, I don't care because I'm saying the same thing to someone else who says, sure, I'll give you 20 minutes, right? And then I'm back in this situation. I'm making someone laugh. I'm making them be my friend. I'm keeping things super simple. Boom. The business and the products come with it. You guys, I tell the same jokes on every Zoom. Literally, because it works and it's a business and it's a process and I follow a process and I found one that worked for me and I found the right things to say, right? Just by trial and error. Like, you can tell when you say something if people like it or not. You're on one-on-one Zoom with them, right? If they give you the stink eye, you shouldn't have said it, right? Or if they don't sign up with you, you shouldn't have said it, right? Switch things up, right? And you're gonna see that the more presentations you do, the more people that you talk to, you're gonna learn as you grow. It's a numbers game, right? And then once you bring in those numbers in, you got to have that simple process down and that roadmap is there. It's VIP 800. Don't overcomplicate it. If you can flip VIP 800 in your organization nonstop and you can create that duplication, you're going to go to the top. And throughout that process, and when I say like bad person, I don't mean like literally a bad person. I mean someone who never makes this business work. Throughout the process, you're going to go, bad person, bad person, bad person, bad person, bad person, decent person, bad person, bad person, bad person, bad person, bad person. Oh, there's a VIP. Bad person, bad person, bad person, bad. Self-starter, they went 4K, bad person. And you're going to go through so many people. That's okay. Right? The people that you need are out there. There are a million Leannes, there are a million Scotts and Kims. Go out there and find them. Right? Go out there and find them. They're out there. And if you don't tell your cousin, you don't tell your best friend, and you forget about all the people right in front of you, because I think these days we get so consumed in the fact that if they're not on my Facebook or they're not on my Instagram, they're not my prospects. And you're forgetting about all the people right in front of your face, right? So when you miss that person at your grocery store and I sign them up, not shame on me, shame on you, right? Because I'm telling everyone. And if you missed it, you missed it, right? Someone else doesn't have to sit around and wait because you were embarrassed to talk to them, or if I get them, I get them. And I don't say that with a mean heart, you guys, but network marketing is vicious. There are companies and teams and people poaching your people at all times. Tell everyone you know. You've got a golden opportunity. What are you embarrassed about? Help them make money. Prove yourself, right? I'm going to shut up, I swear.
No, I like it. I dig it. I one other question, though. For those people that have been in the business for, say they've been a year and they know the products, how important is it to use the same process, whether you think you know everything or you don't? Utilize the tools you're given rather than try and close the deal yourself all the time. How important is that to kind of stick to the real deal?
So for me, like, what I'm always doing is, like, when I'm doing a presentation, I'm always trying to act like someone that I would want to impress is watching me. And when I say impress, I don't mean like, oh, I want you to think I'm cool. I mean impressed by like, oh, that was good, right? Like, because it's all in the presentation. So when you've been in the business for a while and you know the products, right? You know the business. You got to get down pat, like, what verbiage works for you? What scenario works for you? And it's not going to look the same as mine, right? And it's probably going to evolve and it's going to change and it's not going to look the same tomorrow, right? But you got to figure it out by taking action. And taking action means get a little bit uncomfortable. What are you scared of? You're behind a computer screen. Be Kim Kardashian if you want, right? When I get on Zooms with people, I'm like, I act a fool most of the time, right? And I don't care. Get on with people. Know the points that you need to hit. Figure out the things that are hooks with people. And I generally hook people. Am I answering your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I generally hook people with the same hooks. And those hooks generally look like something like, oh, I'll make fun of Le-Vel a little bit. And if you guys ever tell Paul I said that, I'll swear I didn't. But you know, sometimes when you're talking to a potential, you got to be real. And when you're talking to a potential, if you're like, thrives the bomb, thrives the bomb, thrives the bomb, they're like, you want my sale, right? Like you want me to buy. I get it, right? Be real with people. I say the same things. I say things like, I start and I talk about the company for like 0.2 seconds, right? We've been around for 5 years. We're $1 billion company. We went to $1 billion quicker than Google and Facebook, right? Hook. Oh, faster than to $1 billion than Facebook. What? Right? Hooked them. But now I got to reel it back in a little bit. But that's all foo-foo to me. I don't care that we went to $1 billion quicker than Facebook. What I care about is this is still a groundbreaking opportunity. Every time I turn the corner, I don't see someone in a Thrive shirt or a Thrive car driving down the road, right? We're still new. We're 5 years in, right? So I knock it a little bit. And then I talk about the products, and I'm very brief. I show them, right, so they can have a visual, like boom, 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 just the 3 steps. We're not going to talk about the plus line because the plus line is a plus line. It's in addition to the 1, 2, 3. We're going to focus on the 1, 2, 3, right? Gluten-free, non-GMO, plant-based, sourced and soiled here in the United States, right? Give them the facts that most people want to hear and then reel it back in, right? And the way I reel it back in, make fun of it a little bit. I'm like, now to me, I don't care that it's non-GMO and gluten-free because that's not me. All I care about is it makes me feel good. It's like jumper cables for my body, right? But we live in a non-GMO, gluten-free, plant-based world. So to you, it probably does not, right? Ooh, I made them laugh, right? Now we're going to quickly talk about the VIP 800 and that's it, right? We're not going to talk about 12K. We're not going to talk about the iPad bonus. We're not going to confuse them, right? And for the most part, Scott, honestly, I get on, I try and hit the same steps every time. And I get on there with an agenda. Like I get on there with the fact that one, they're gonna sign up with me because one, I'm just very red personality. And if I get them to the Zoom, I know that all I have to do is get them to not procrastinate, because if they didn't want to join my team, they wouldn't be on the Zoom with me. Right? So I'm like, they're human. They're wired to procrastinate. In this 20 minutes, I've got to charm them and I've got to learn how to turn that procrastination off because they want to join me or they wouldn't be here. Right? And then that's what I do. Like I just do. And I keep things very matter of fact. I keep things very to the point because you're not going to sit there and tell me about your Aunt Paula in Tennessee because I don't got time for it and I don't care. Right? And I'm not being mean. Right, but we're here to talk business, and here's what I have in the business. Right, and as you join and we get going a little further, I will learn more about you, and maybe we will become friends. But I got to flip through these business meetings, bro. I got bills, right? And you got to get through those numbers. Sorry.
No, it's good. And we gone a little long, but it's all right. I hope you have time. Last, how often during the day does your team bring people for you?
How often? What? One more time.
Do people on your team bring people to you to speak to?
No. One, because I don't let them do that. Because I know that I know my leaders. I've taught them the right way. And I know that they know the tools to get a little bit uncomfortable. Right? Now, if there's someone who's super shy or super timid and needs a little extra loving and their leader might, sure. Right? But my leaders aren't going to bring me 900 people to put me in a group chat. I have my own business to work. Right?
Your customers, though. Your direct people.
My direct people to me. My direct people to me, no, because I train them. Because I want them to
out here. I'm trying to get a process.
Do what?
He doesn't do 3-way calls.
I know. I see that. I'm just trying to get a process.
But that's what works for him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't do 3-way calls just because when I'm on a call with someone, I don't know if they're really paying attention to me, and I can't stand that. I want to be able to see them. So when it's my team, so okay, here's the thing. If you have people in your organization who are not going to do this, right? Who just are not going to do it. This is so far out of their comfort zone, they just won't, right? That's when I would advise people to send them to the Facebook Live events that we do. I would personally never send one of my prospects to those. I send my newbies there to learn and to hear Emma say it and to hear Courtney say it so that they can get a different feel for how we all talk about the business because they've already heard me, right? But I would never send one of my personal potentials to that because I want to sign them up right then, right? And I want them to hear it from me because I know that if I do it, they're doing it the way I want them to do it to other people, right? And I know that if they're my potential, they want to hear me talk. They don't care about Emma. They don't know Emma, right? She's a 25-year-old girl in Oklahoma. Like, how can they relate to that if they're talking to me, right? And they trust me and they believe me. So if you do have people who won't, which this kind of goes against that, but if you have people who won't do this, do you guys do like Facebook Live events?
I haven't done one in like a year. It's mostly been, connection chats.
Okay.
That's but I love your style with the face-to-face because you get to read that person's face. Are they really interested or are they just typing whatever you want to hear and say, I'll get back to you next week? You never know if they're genuine. When you and I are talking, I see your face. I know exactly where you're at. If you're joking, if you're serious, you can tell.
Yeah, you're on a call with somebody and they're sitting there crushing candies and not even paying attention to your spiel. So I get it.
Exactly. And like this is such the business of the 21st century, right? And if someone's really going to go 200K, right, they're gonna do this, right? It might be a little uncomfortable at first. It might be a little awkward at first, but they're going to get the hang of it and they're going to realize how important this tool is, right? And they're going to see it for what it's worth versus like, oh, I'm not on here just saying like get them on Zooms because it's the best way to do it. Like I'm saying get them on Zooms because it's the best way to do it, right? Like you need to get them on Zooms when you're face-to-face with people. Like they just take to you more, right? They feel you more. They see you're a real person. It's just much more personal, right? And if you want someone to do good, you want them to copy what you did. You want them to do the same thing and you want them to be personal with the next person, right? There are so many people who join network marketing who never reach their potential because they never had someone show them the right way. There's so many people that have been ruined on this industry because no one showed them the right way, right? And the right way, we're in the business of people. If you're good at people, you're going to be good at this business. Be good at people. You can be whoever you want to be behind that screen. Put on a different lampshade. If you're on a Zoom with someone who's a yellow personality and they're just like that, so nice, I'll do anything that you possibly need me to do. Let me come over and bake you a cake, right? You have people like that. Put on your yellow lampshade, right? If you have a red personality who's like me, who's like, look, here's how you can make $1,300 in your first 2 weeks. Boom, 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 boom. Act like a red personality, right? If you have those like people who need like all the details and they're green and they need to know about the comp plan and they need to know this and they need to know that, be green, right? Be whoever that person needs you to be. Match their energy, right? And when you start doing that, you get better. I'm telling you guys, do one. I challenge you to do one, right? And I promise one will lead to 2. And then once you get good at them, they're actually fun. Like, I'm like, what am I going to wear? I'm going to throw them, I'm going to make this person laugh, and I'm in my camera. And then I do make that person laugh. And then they do join my team. And then boom, it's business. I made money. I help them make money. My team's going to grow. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as hard as you think. It's not easy, but it's simple.
I love it. I'm starting tomorrow. Hell, I'm starting tonight. If I got something to roll into, I'm starting tonight. How's that?
There we go.
I'm going to challenge the rest of my team, those of you that are on my team that are paying attention. If you need a little help with this, I know I've got some people that are kind of shy and not quite ready for that. Message me. We'll work something out. You and I will do one. We'll do a test. But I love this idea. And you guys, if you don't pay attention to the people that are successful and the tips that they're giving you, Dustin doesn't have to give us any tips. He doesn't make anything from this. He has no benefit from helping this team. He's just being a good guy and a friend, and we love him for it. And man, I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. And if you want me to run an opportunity Zoom for your team, I will. Like a 20-minute opportunity Zoom, you can make a flyer. Your team can, I don't like people to they can post the flyer if the Zoom number's not on it. They can say message me for the ID. And they can post that on their social media, and we can get some potentials on there, and I'll run a 20-minute, 30-minute opportunity Zoom for you, just so you guys can see how I do it. It's very mock type style, but your real potentials will be on there. And then at the end, I'll say, get back with the person who invited you, and they'll get you signed up, right? And we can do one of those if you want, and just so you can see how I do, because when I started at the beginning, when it was me, Courtney, and Stephanie, and Emma, there were so many prospects. We were doing Zooms that I was presenting. So we would have 25, 30 people on, and I would give the presentation. And then at the end, I would say, get back with the person who invited you. They'll answer any additional questions that you have, and they'll get you guys signed up. So if that will help you guys make more people feel comfortable, help you scout, whatever, I'll do one for you.
Brother, I'd be stupid to say no to that. Come on. I appreciate it so much.
Absolutely.
All right. We're hitting about 7:30. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Again, thank you for everything. If anyone has questions, message me. I'll see if I can bend his ear a little more. He's a busy guy, and I really appreciate it.
I'm really not that busy.
Are.
Really not. Like, all you people who have kids and stuff, I'm like, I've got to find a hobby. Like, maybe I told Whitney, I was like, I'm going to start playing the piano. Like, I've got to find something to do.
I'm going to teach you how to make T-shirts. That's what
There we go.
All right. Thank you again. Everyone, thank you for joining. And we will see you guys next Monday.
All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Dustin.
Thanks, Dustin.
Bye.